Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris in our Roma Galactica series. It is time to get back to my favorite little Stellaris series here. It's been a little while since we played, but we're going to jump in for another 20 episodes. I don't know that we have 20 episodes left in this series, to tell you the truth, because I feel like, obviously, I'm looking at the map right now with sectors turned off and the interface turned off just so we can start getting a sense for where we are. I know it's been 20 days for those of you watching the series live. For those of you watching the series in the backlog, all of us, including me, hate you because you can just keep watching this without any break between 40 and 41. But we're back, and I know it's going to take a little bit of time for me to dive in and really get a sense for where we are and what we need to do. Now, one thing I want to comment on, I'm going to spend the first couple of minutes here just in commentary mode talking because it's been a while since we played, and I do think we all need to catch up. I know I need to catch up, but I think it'd be beneficial for you guys as well to go ahead. Oh, of course this is the first track that plays. Wonderful. It's probably my favorite in the game, to tell you the truth. So, We've been taking a break from this series, right? And I know that for those of you who are new to the channel, you're like, oh man, why do we have to stop? And I explained it, and it was mostly cool. I have to say, it really worked out well that we took a break when we did, because those of you some of you might have seen this, the 1.6 Atoms update dropped the day that episode 40 came out. I think it was literally the same day. And then immediately it turned out, as much as 1.6 was designed to address a bunch of bugs, and fix a bunch of things that the team had been kind of waiting to work on while working on bigger stuff like Utopia. Not that bugs aren't big, but they had been doing so many big things. They had a long list of minutia pile up, and 1.6 was meant to address all those. Unfortunately, as can sometimes happen, in the act of addressing all those little things, a bunch of other little things popped up, and the launch of 1.6 Atoms was actually pretty rocky. If I had tried to keep the series going for that week or two, it would have been ugly. We would have suffered some pretty some maybe not catastrophic or game-ending damage, but it would have been difficult. So the break actually did. It was very serendipitous in terms of timing. The break actually did come at a good time, and I'm very pleased about that. So I have gone back. I haven't gone back and watched episode 40, so that's part of the reason I want to take a second to get my bearings. But this is the first time we're playing this series in the 1.6.1 update. They, of course, did release an update called 1.6.1, and I did do a little bit of experimental play in this save. I didn't play too far, but I did do a little bit of experimental play just to make sure things would work, and I did note a few bugs. Hopefully those won't be an issue now, but we are going to dive back in here. So like I said, I didn't watch episode 41, okay? I didn't go back, or episode 40 rather. I didn't go back and watch the whole thing again. I gave you guys a nice long finale there, and it's not the length. I just decided not to. But what I did do is I went back to the comments. There was actually one comment in particular that I even said, I'm going to come back to this. But I went back and just looked at some of the major suggestions, and I've got a small list of suggestions that we are going to implement in this episode, probably while the game is paused. So we're going to be doing some stuff. You might be looking at the episode length going, oh, okay, this is kind of a medium length episode. It's not the minimum length of 25 that I normally go for. I definitely, since we're bringing the series back after a break, I wanted to give you guys a bit of a long debut this isn't really season 2, it's just part 2, but you know what I mean. Just wanted to give you a good debut. So one of the first things that we need to look at, obviously we're fighting against the Unbidden. And towards the end of the last episode, the second faction of Unbidden arrived, and then I think they've already been driven away because I'm not seeing them at all. But we have one fleet here. Let's pull up the outliner so we can see a little bit more clearly. All right, here's our habitats. Yeah, we have one fleet. We combined Classis Ravenus with Classis Missinensis, which is our first fleet. I did receive some good suggestions as far as the ship designer that I want to implement. You might be noticing we have a little bit of a minerals shortage. I can fix that in just a moment, I assure you. Also, we're going to have to go through all of our worlds because the symbol of Unity building has been removed from the game entirely. So we need to take some steps. The art monument now adds a lot more Unity to each planet, but we need to take some steps to go ahead and have some more of those. So actually, let's go ahead and do that first. Let's take a look. Okay, yeah, it was the Aberrant that showed up, but they're already gone. So let's communicate with our... Yeah, we need you to aid in our research. How much would it cost? 5,000 energy credits? Fine, do it. We're going to be able to get more energy credits in just a second. I have a lot to update you guys on, but we're going to start one thing at a time, and I will go through some of the suggestions, and we're going to try to get some gameplay in as well. But again, this is all in the spirit of kind of getting our bearings with what's happening, because if we can beat the Unbidden, I really do think that this series will pretty much be in our hands. Some of you observed that the Fallen Empire is gone. The Unbidden defeated that Fallen Empire. Also, there was an entire empire up here. I can't even remember their names anymore, but they're gone. So yeah, we have lots to do. Let's go back to this, and we need to go to our. Who gives us the? It's the cultural enclave. Yes, that's right. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Artisan troop. Communicate. We want to commission an art piece. Fabulous. It is a deal. All right. So let's go ahead and start going through one by one. So this is a mineral tile. We might just need to do something mineral-wise on this world. Oh, there's not a mineral processing plant on Earth. Are you joking? In that case, yeah, let's do a mineral processing plant on Earth. Now, there's going to be lots of worlds like this where you see, where we have opportunities to do, there's already an art monument here, I think. Yeah, here it is. It's actually putting out 17 Unity, which is quite nice. Let's see. Yeah, you were the planet I was looking at before. So let's go ahead and put that new art monument down there, and we might be able to get one more. Hang on, I can't. Yeah, we can. Yeah, it's 1,000, and it costs some influence, but we can do that. It is a deal. We're gonna get more of both of these in just a second. And again, hopefully the bug that I mentioned isn't going to be too problematic down the line. But let's see. This tile needs to be improved as well. One thing that's been noted is that, actually, hang on, let me look at policies before I make this point, because this is related. Food stockpiling is set too large. One thing that's been noted is that we have been, we're fine on food. So one thing we probably need to start doing in cases like this, rather than continuing to build on food tiles, is we need to go ahead and do additional minerals. And I agree with that. I know I've mentioned in the series in the past, and I still mean this, that I don't like to play the system too much as far as just turning a bunch of tiles into mineral tiles when normally this is a very productive food area of the planet. It seems more role-play-like, and it seems more genuine to the story taking place to actually take advantage of the resources of each planet as they arrive. That's just a playstyle preference. I'm not criticizing people who play otherwise. But in this case, it makes sense from a story perspective. Okay, the Empire is satisfied with the amount of food that it's bringing in. Let's go ahead and focus on minerals instead. So we're going to do that. And then Centauri Continentum also, can we do an additional art? Well, we're not going to do an art monument here because this would be a good spot for a mining network. Oh, we do need to put a Paradise Dome on this planet, though. Crap. So yeah, let's put a Paradise Dome here instead. We're gonna lose those minerals, but we need that. We need the Unity output. Every little bit of Unity output we can get, we need to implement. All right, do we have a Paradise Dome here? Yes, we do. However, we do not have. No, we've got a... There it is. There's the mineral processing plant there. So for this one, yeah, we're probably just going to do another mining network, unless, of course, this is where I can put the art monument. Yes, it is. I don't know. Should I put the art monument on another world? We can't do too many of those at once. Not only do we not have the money for them, but it takes a while for them to offer them to us just repeatedly. You can't just go, give me an art monument, give me an art monument, over and over and over. They kind of want you to build them first, and then they'll give you more. So we have to kind of stagger them. I think I'm going to go with the mining network here. I do. I don't want to sacrifice too many tiles like that. You, however, could potentially... See, this is tempting as well. Yeah, I'm going to try and put the art monument on a tile that where we have room for it. Yeah, see, these are all mineral tiles. Damn! I mean, it's not a bad thing. We're getting more minerals. It's going to be good. And I know it looks like we have a deficit right now, but there's a reason for that, and we'll get to it. Perfect. Art monument is going right there. That's what we were looking for. All right. Now, looks like we have a droid on a frontier hospital, and that's not good. Now, droids can produce minerals pretty easily. Can they produce energy, though? No, they can't. So hang on. We've got this droid producing food. I'm trying to find a place to put him. Can the droid produce Unity? If I were to swap you, would you? No, it would. Yeah, it would drop the Unity count if I put the droid there. Where can I put you? I want to get more research out of this planet. I know it's kind of micro of me, but we need to maximize everything we can if we're going to beat the Unbidden now that we're back in this series. So I need to find a human citizen that is working a job that a droid could. The droid couldn't work that. There's not one, unfortunately. This would be the best one. The one that I attempted initially would be the best one to do it. All right, screw it. Let's do that. It gives us better research, and our Unity output stays... It drops by 1, but we do get substantially better research there. So, it's not the best, but we'll go with that. And then let's continue to make sure all of our planets are set up. Again, we lost buildings on all of our worlds, so we just need to make sure that that's taken care of before we dive in and do anything else. Mining network. Actually, you know what? Let's contact the curators one more time. Yeah, see, sadly we cannot offer any more lest we come to believe that you didn't appreciate the ones you already purchased. See, we need to wait until those are built, essentially. Now, Baltris Glacius. So I guess this spot, we could save it for an art monument, which is probably the wise thing to do. We're going to see unemployment for a while as something that's plaguing this planet, but I think we should save that spot for an art monument. This can be... Ooh, you know what we can go here? A mineral silo. Oh no, a processing plant would be even better. Let's do that. There's not a processing plant on that planet yet. And it would give adjacency bonuses, so let's do that. It does do adjacency bonuses, right? Does it? Now I can't remember. Yeah, cancel construction. Or is it just the 10% bonus? 10% bonus would give... Let's see. Right now, that's producing 8 and 9, so a 10% bonus on that would be 1.7. A 10% bonus on that total. And then, of course, there would also be a 10% bonus on this, so that's technically 18, so it would be... it would be 1.8-ish. Between 1.7 and 1.8. Close enough. So if we put a mineral silo down, this would improve the... I don't think we would get... Hang on, let's have a look here. Yeah, the silo would suppress the collection of those resources. So we drop by 1, and we'd only be getting 17 as opposed to 18, plus another... Yeah, I think it's better to do the just the 10% boost. Well, then if we put the silo down, though, then it would definitely be... No, it would definitely be... Let's see, 10 and 9. No. Yeah, the silo is slightly better, come to think of it. Let's do that. We're going to lose that energy slot, but we would have regardless if we put a mineral-related building there. Looks like we can do some research here. Let's just put a basic science lab down. Anything else going on there? Nope. Mars. Now that it's nice and built up. Oh, this planet's still building. That's right, we've got a bunch of new colonies in our core sectors. Let's turn sector view back on so we can see what's going on. Yeah, that's right. We have 12 core worlds now, and you're starting to see us build up pretty rapidly. So we still have some building to do that might help us get this done faster. And of course, Aesir Terra is our new Gaia world as well. If you remember, we just finished colonizing that, and we've got, as you can see, we've got people flocking to populate it. So that's going to be good from a production standpoint. Now, what we've got to do to fix the fact that we have a deficit, let's go ahead and go to our sector management. Is it F5? Yay, I remember my hotkeys. Okay, so taxes have been changed to where you can now, in this patch, in 1.6, you can tax both energy and minerals separately. And as a result, all of these settings have been reset. We had higher taxes on a lot of our sectors, and now we actually... we need to crank this up, like particularly sectors like this that are producing tons of minerals. We need to have higher taxes on these. Basically, I think I just want to do higher mineral taxes on everything. I think that makes the most sense to do because these are really, really productive sectors, and we need to beat the unbidden right now. That's what matters. So I think these Romans can suck it up for the greater good. And these sectors will still be able to grow decently with the backstock that they have. There's also something... Yeah, now see, our deficit is gone. There's something else that we can do as well. But this is one of the things that was bugged. So we're going to go with it regardless of whether the bug continues, but I'll get to that in a second. We can hit this button. We can do this a couple of times, actually, and get a ton of resources. If we look at the ones with the largest kind of stock, like this one, for instance, we can get a ton of minerals and particularly energy just outright. And then we can trade the energy for minerals and build a bunch of ships. Or, queue up some colonies. There's lots of things we need to do. So... we've got the deficit problem fixed. We will have some unemployment for a bit while we wait to build that next art monument. So another thing, while I've got the sectors view pulled up before I move away from that, someone pointed out that, we've got research focus going in so many sectors. Maybe convert some of them to mineral focus, like this industrial. Is it industrial focus that... Yeah, it's industrial focus. So if I put a few sectors on industrial focus, things could get substantially better. For instance, this one you can tell is already producing more minerals than it is energy. Well, most of them are, actually, so that's not really an indicator of anything. But let's see if there are any sectors that... Oh, wow, Narbonensis actually doesn't have really good food. I might need to put you on agriculture focus for a bit. But I don't think that's wise to do right now. Yeah, so something like this, where there's so few minerals coming in from Illyria, this sector could probably benefit from being switched to an industrial focus. So let's do that. And that means they'll start prioritizing building additional minerals. And we're already taxing them highly, just like everyone else. Is there anyone else that's kind of low? Yeah, this sector's kind of low, Ratiate and Orcum. So let's switch you over. We have the technology that we need to beat these guys. It's just a matter of using it properly. So another thing that changed in 1.6 is the Unbidden actually should be a little bit weaker going forward than what we were seeing beforehand. I don't remember the exact nature of the change. I don't have those patch notes pulled up, but they tweak some stuff. They totally tweak some stuff. So, okay, so that's mineral focus. What else? I'm looking at my suggestions that I got from comments. I should have written down the names of the people that commented on these, but if I implement something that you mentioned, just know that I read your comment and I appreciate it. Harvesting minerals from sectors. Yeah, we need to do that. That's not really a suggestion. That's just something that I put on there. Focus on more mineral production on new worlds as food is no longer needed. Yep, we already did that. And we're going to continue to do that. Ship designers, replace new... Actually, speaking of continuing to do that, well, we'll let those buildings stand, but as more people come in... Actually, yeah, let's... Oh, no, that's a Paradise Dome. We need that. Is that building right now? It is. Tell you what. No, it's already built. What is this? No, it's an upgrade to a hydroponics farm that's already there. And then this is a hydroponics farm 1. Yeah, tell you what, let's cancel that, because that's in the queue. And what we're going to do instead is queue up a mineral... we can put a silo there, actually, because it'll give adjacency bonuses to those two. And that'll be quite handy. So let's look at anywhere else where we might have food buildings queued up. If we've already built them, I'm going to let them stand. I'm not going to start converting stuff like mad. We need to keep our food surplus. But I do want to start focusing, at least in my core sectors, on other things. All right, we're going to put an art monument there at some point. How are we doing Unity-wise, by the way? 110 months away from the next policy. We're working on the Supremacy chain, and we do have the Defender of the Galaxy bonus as well. So that's that. Now, the next thing is from our favorite friend. No, not that. The ship designer. So what we need to do with this episode. First of all, it was pointed out to me that I might want to rethink my mass implementation of small matter disintegrators. Not that they're not an awesome weapon, they're energy-based, they do a lot of damage, but one of the things with these is that the range on them is not particularly good. So let's see, if we filter by slot size, we want to look at kinetic weapons, and we want to look at things that have a lot of range. That's what matters. So high range for something like this would be, yeah, see, this is range 30. 40 is better. Just the best numbers we can get, ideally. Now, missiles do additional shield damage, which is nice, and these do have high range. So maybe, just maybe, missiles are something that I'm going to implement in the future. But for now, let's see. Yeah, we need kinetic weapons. See, these don't have a lot of range, though. People were saying, get range, or get kinetic weapons because they do so much damage. But these in particular, these kinetic weapons don't do damage to shields. So I think for my Corvettes, I'm still going to stay focused on maybe just railguns, because these have decent range. The advanced railguns do. Better range than the matter disintegrators, matter of fact. Actually, yeah, the average damage is better on these if I do Gauss cannons. That can't be, though. Hang on. Right now, it's showing that the damage is 10.87. Did I really make that change? All right, let's go back and look at it again. Yeah, holy crap. These weapons are actually not as good as I thought they were. I implemented them thinking, oh yeah, we got the Unbidden's weapons, let's kill them. But no. It actually seems like that's not going to be the best way to go. So, all right, let's switch the Aurelius back to that. We also need to make our torpedo boat a little bit better. specifically, and we'll look at that in just a moment. So I think I'm happy with that as a change for the Aurelius frigate. We're going to keep the afterburners on there. Yep, that's good. Save. Now let's look at the Claudius. All right, torpedo boat. Now, people were saying that right now I'm using the neutron torpedoes. These do what? They do 200% shield damage, which is nice. Now, I'm not seeing the advantage of using 100% shield penetration. These do 200% shield damage. So these, I would imagine, because they're armored, they just go straight through shields, and they hit hulls directly. So is that what people were saying I need to have more of? There's one commenter that said you need to do torpedoes that are different from neutron torpedoes. Because these do damage to shields. These bypass shields. I'm guessing 100% shield penetration just means they go straight through shields. So tell you what, let's experiment a bit, and let's put these on there. It's going to reduce the damage dealing a little bit, but if they go straight through shields, then it'll be fine. Now we have some additional power as a result of that. Really? Does this thing use a lot less power? Oh yeah, uses a lot less power, which means we can probably put some additional shields on this guy. Not too bad. Oh wow, we can actually... We could remove that and we'd have... Oh no, we couldn't. Alright, so we're going to go with that extra power. Alright, the Claudius is done. And now let's take a look at the Justinian class. Now, someone was pointing out that we really probably don't even need these picket destroyers. So I'm going to keep this design on the books. I will remove the matter disintegrators, though, and we're going to re-implement the Gauss cannons, for sure. But I'm probably not going to build many of these for now. Power-wise, I think we can actually do away with this now. And we can implement something different. Let's see, how much power do you use? 12.5, so I could do that. What if I just put more shields? Hell yeah. There we go. Alright, so makes you a little bit better there. So I know I'm undoing some of the work that I did previously, but alright, I don't know that I'm going to be building that many destroyers, but still, like, let's take a look at the matter disintegrator. This is 6.62 with a range of 60. That's a pretty nice range. But the same thing, yeah, this is just, what was I doing? What was I doing, guys? I don't understand it. All right, so this is a kinetic weapon that does not as much damage as the Gauss cannon. I think we just need to stick to the Gauss cannons for the gunship, but when we have the option to do the long-range kinetic weapons on the larger ships, we'll do those. So let's stick with the Gauss cannons here. This is just a gunship. We're going to have that straight across like so. And we still have some additional power here, so let's see. I could take you away. No, I don't want to take you away, though. So let's go ahead and re-implement enigmatic deflectors here. We should have enough power for them. Yes, we do. And crystal forged plating. Is that the best armor that we need? Yes, it is. Just, it gives all of our ships additional hull. All right, so that was the... All right, we've looked at our destroyers. Let's look at our cruisers. Now, these things, this is what we need more of, the kinetic artillery. Any opportunity that we have to have more of those. But again, I'm going to replace... I think we'll keep the quantum missiles. Let's go ahead and do 2 quantum missiles on the back here, just to see... I don't know that we're going to have that many Trajan class, but we'll just go ahead and we'll do this design, experimentally speaking. And it looks like we're okay here. I don't think there's anything I can change or would want to change. Could I do an additional crystal forged plating? I could. I could either have additional hull points or have the additional hull points, half the additional hull points, and have regenerative hull. I like the idea of keeping it the way it is. All right, so there's the Trajan. Let's look at the Hadrian class. Also known as the Dad class. Let's, Alright, we need... Okay, we don't have any large weapons, so we can't do kinetic weapons on this one, unless we were to do a new design. So we might even do a new design as well. We'll play with that in a second. But the idea is just to re-implement the kinetic weapons as broadly as possible across the fleet. And then this, we're going to keep the same as well. Hadrian class is done. Alright, now this is where it's really going to matter. These 3 battleship designs. Now, I have gone all in. We have this hangar core with this advanced bomber wing. That's nice. I think I'll keep the disruptors where they are, but we're going to switch all of these. All of them, they're going to switch back to level 5 Gauss cannons, and this already has a kinetic weapon on it. Just going to help it do more damage. Again, this is 89.16 right now. Let's close this and bring it back up and see what it was before. 86.17. So there's a clear damage advantage and range advantage to doing this. All right, so the Gauss cannon is back in place. And again, we're going to keep the disruptors because those things, they have similar range and they are going to help wreck shields. And the advanced bomber wing will keep in play. Now, power-wise, I think we're fine as well. Yep, let's save the Julius. That's done. Now the Constantine, yeah, see, we need to make sure this stays this way. Now, right now we have the Giga Cannon on this thing, and we're going to keep it as such. We are going to take the arc emitter off that other ship, and I'll show you why in just a second. But on this broadside stern, we're going to do the same thing. Let's replace the Gauss cannons. Let's put them back. And then now we have 15 extra power. So can I maybe just... Can I put you back? Please let me. Oh, damn. All right. Damn. Can't quite use that level shields. Can we do you? No. It's level 4 that we have to do. That's a shame, but it's all right. Now, this class, the Augustus class, we're using this thing. Now, one thing that I missed is that it does a random amount of damage. So it says damage 1 to 221. That every time this thing fires, it could just do 1 or 2 damage. It does a much less consistent amount of damage, which is why we're going to switch back to the Giga Cannon, which has a minimum damage of 121 to 350. So again, just a better weapon all around. This is really going to up the damage. Here, I'm going to replace it. Watch this number right here, 87.54. Giga Cannon is just better. It's just better. All right, and then back here, same thing. We're going to put these back. And I thought we had a battleship that was more dedicated to just pure kinetic assault, but it doesn't look like we do. So let's see here. Yeah, let's take a look at what other options. This is using the broadside hangar and the broadside. The artillery. Are there artillery? Yeah, you know what? There's an artillery stern. See? See? I could have an additional kinetic weapon on this thing. Let's go ahead and do that. We're going to put kinetic artillery here. Done. 26 minutes into the episode, not a single minute of gameplay yet. I know! It's crazy! But we got a lot to do. Don't worry, I'm going to let this one go long. So... now we need more power. Yeah, that's right. I think we had power back there, but... Alright, that's what I wanted. Thank you. Where are you? There you go. Animatic power core. That's all we needed. So we might actually be able to put some more shields on. That I might... Nope, nope, nope. Just kidding. So maybe some additional armor we could do? Wouldn't hurt. Neutronium armor just to give this thing additional hit points. Okay. So the Constantine has been done. Now, the question is, maybe do we need to design another one aside from the Constantine? Let's look at this really quickly, and then I'll be done with the ship designer. So if we go to the battleship, we do an artillery bow. See, there's 2 large weapon slots on the front. So we do an artillery core and an artillery stern, just pure artillery ship. And then put pure kinetic artillery across this entire thing. And then we're going to have... this is kind of beautiful. We're going to have the 2 options there. And then finally, we're going to have lots of shields. Because again, they use pure energy weapons, so we're focusing on having shields exclusively. Now we need a lot of power. Okay, that actually does it. And now we're going to give you a little bit of armor, and we'll be good. So this is going to be... we're not going to name this one after an emperor, because I haven't thought of a name, and I don't want to take too much time thinking about it. So this is going to be the Invictus class. We're going to auto-upgrade that and save it. So now we have a pure artillery class battleship. Look at that thing. Look at all that artillery. It's insane. So we're going to do fleets basically while we're fighting the Unbidden of just the Constantine class and the Invictus class. Maybe some of the... we might mix it up and have all 4 because the fighters and the point defense could be good. I just don't know if the point defense is good against the Unbidden. So maybe we'll avoid the Augustus class, just build Julius, Constantine, and Invictus class so we can have more artillery going on. But we're going to go pure battleships going forward. So that's that. And then finally, there is one more thing in the ship designer that I haven't done yet. Someone had mentioned as well, and this is something we haven't done at all in the series. If we design a fortress, let's see. I want to have heavy stations. These are going to be expensive to build. Yeah, I'd rather these be heavy entirely. This is huge. All right, and we're going to have entirely crystal forged and then regenerative on this side, because fortresses are pretty impressive now. All right, then proximity mines. All right, let's see what happens here. Effects on hostile ships. Ships within the field. We can build these in particular systems. They have a 20% chance each day to take 5-15 damage, ignoring 75% armor. What about here? All right, so this is a subspace snare. Okay, this actually reduces shields. Ooh, shield dampeners might be a good idea. Yeah, let's put in shield dampeners. We were using proximity mines, but let's have a shield dampener, and we can build these in certain critical systems in order to help defend them. That's the idea. So then these large, and then up here we need to put weapons. So these are definitely going to be kinetic weapons. All the way across the board, and then we just need power, and then we need to decide a few places to build these. Sorry, I know this is a lot of maintenance to start off, but we've got to get caught up and make sure that we're ready to do this, or it's just not going to happen. Let's see. What can I... Oh wait, no, I'm looking... That's why I was confused. I was looking at the wrong slot type. All right. So we need to do enigmatic power cores. I'm glad that we have this game save where we have all this technology, because they totally nerfed the enigmatic fortress in a really, really mean way. Yeah, now these slots, I could do armor, I could do shields. We need to do shields, definitely. This is eating up a lot of power, but not too much, actually. I'm actually surprised at how much power I still have. So we might be able to do some large shields at a few spots. And then maybe have, yeah, some small power cores. Perfect. And then what I could do with the remainder of this, honestly... Yeah, let's just plug in some armor. How about that? Give this thing some additional hit points. All right, and this is going to be... I haven't thought about what I would name the fortress. I have no clue. Can't remember if there's one L or two. I'll fix it later if there needs to be. But let's go ahead and save that, and we're going to have that ability to build. It's going to cost a lot to build them, so I don't know at what point we're going to be able to fit those in. So that's that, and we've got all of our ship design stuff done. Now there's one thing that I'd like to do. Let's go to our sectors again. Let's see who has a really big backstock, and let's see if this bug is still affecting us. All right, the Cisalpina sector is going to be the one to go for. First, we can drain 75% of their stockpile, transferring a good amount of minerals, but a huge amount of energy to us. We can also do the same here, but what's our cap? 20,000? So we don't want to do too much at once. So here's what we're going to do. This is going to cost us 100 influence. Boom, look at all that. All right, and now let's chat with our good friends. Did we already do the research bonus? Yes, we did. Let's chat with our good friends at the Mudagon Merchant Guild. And let's trade for minerals. Now we have additional influence. I could do this again if I wanted to. Alright, I'm going to stay above 3,000 so our factions stay happy. But now we have lots of minerals with which to build new ships. So we're building a lot on our planets already. Let's see. Classis Missinensis is here. Why don't you go ahead and upgrade at the nearest system? So you're going to go to the comm system. Oh wait, didn't mean to unpause. Governing ethics shift in the Hulfio Tranquil Polity. Following a long period growing support for the Path to Victory Committee, the Hulfio Tranquil Polity has finally embraced the faction, adopting their core values and policies. As a result of bringing this faction into the government, they've become more outwardly militaristic. Okay, didn't mean to unpause there. So, all right, so those ships are going to go upgrade. No, it's still... Damn it. Didn't mean to do that. What do we have here? The Polismus Order has broken off their non-aggression pact with the Hulfir Star Order. Interesting. Alright, construction ship over here. Do you have anything to do? That's right. We're still working on our... We could build the next stage of our Dyson Sphere once we have enough minerals for it. But that's just not a priority right now. The priority is getting ships built to the point that we can compete with the Unbidden. So let's get working on that. Where are my... I don't remember where my battleship construction yards are. It was Baltris Glacius, right? Baltris Glacius is one of them. And there's another one. Where's our other one? Ophioglia Eridus is another one. New Beginning has one as well. That's a newer one. But there was another one on top of that. Wasn't there? Didn't we have another world that was specialized? I mean, we could just build a new one. That's fine. But let's... What's our rally point, by the way? Let's look at our... Do we have any rally points set? No, we don't. Not a single rally point is set right now. I've got a couple of terraforming projects. That's nice. Those armies can stay put for now. So, yeah, we need to go ahead and set this fleet as our rally point. So there are currently a bunch of destroyers here, but again, pure battleships for the next little while. We have 6 Julius class, 6 Augustus class, 10 Constantine class, and that's... yeah, that's all of our battleships. Let's take one more look at which ones we need to build. There's the Julius, the Augustus, and the Constantine. God, this music. The Augustus is the one I think we're going to avoid because of the point defense. It's the Julius, the Constantine, and the Invictus that we need to build. And then this has... So we need 4 more Julius. Alright, let's take care of that. Let's go ahead and queue up those Julius class at Baltris Continentum. Or no, Baltris Glacius. Ugh. Hurts to see those minerals going away so quickly. Alright, but we're going to build those. Or you know what would be even better? Hang on. Rather than building 4... Let's do it this way. Julius and Julius. Let's spread them out a little bit. Good. And we're still improving these. Let's do a solar panel network here. Solar panel network there. Engineering bay. Engineering bay. So there's still some improvements we're making to some of our starports. Alright, we're very tentatively unpausing to see what the Unbidden do. And of course, the other problem that we're facing is the third Unbidden faction could pop up anytime. Alright, so the Galactic Compact has revoked the status of the Holfier Star Hunters. So these guys, I guess, are becoming more militaristic in response to the arrival of the Unbidden. Or at least that's what seems is happening. Let's go to speed 2. Close our habitats up. Actually, let's take a look at our habitats real quickly. Are we built up here? Are we good? No. Yeah, that's right. Because our... Yeah, we had originally symbols of unity on these, so what we need to do is probably additional astro mining bays, I would think. Let's do a few more of those. I know what some of you are thinking right now. Don't even say it. Don't even say it. Let's... Alright, that's that. Now, where are... Before I was looking at that, I was going to look at military fleets. What are you guys doing? Okay, so they're about to upgrade. Then we need to... Another thing we need to do is... Let's go ahead... This is a system that might get attacked soonish. So we need to get this construction chip here and have them build a fortress. Colossus class fortress. I still can't remember if that's... Alright, we'll do that later. It's actually looking a little bit cheaper. Interesting that it's so much cheaper than it was. Monthly maintenance cost is pretty steep, but that's okay. Alright, so best spot to build this thing. Why don't we put it around Avalon Ignis? Because that's our one world here. Makes sense to defend the planet. We're going to start building that fortress. Also, there's some... Colonization in progress. Really? Oh yeah, that's right. We sent out a bunch of colony ships last episode, didn't we? They might still be on their way. Yeah, oh yeah, there's a whole bunch on the way. Ships upgraded. Okay, that's good news. And it looks like they have healed up as well. So Classis Missinensis is ready to jump back to the front. And these guys have their... The other thing is that they have their latest configuration now. So we just need to keep an eye on whatever the Unbidden... Oh, hello. They're breaking up a little bit. Just for now, though. Interesting that that's happening. Might be a good time to hit them, but we want to make sure we build our new ships first. Tell you what, let's go to our Merchant Guild, and let's trade for a few more minerals. Now, this is going to put us slightly below 3,000, but we'll be okay. And then that'll give us the opportunity to queue up a few additional ships here. Let's go ahead and queue up some Invictus class. There we go. All right, and that's all of our minerals for now. But I have additional. Tell you what, let's see if the bug affects us now, because I have the option to go. I still have influence. We have to build up more soon-ish, but we could go ahead and drain another one of these sectors of their resources. There's one with 20,400 and 20,200, so it looks like this one's going to be the one we want to drain. So where the bug happened is I clicked the button when I loaded up the game previously, and it didn't actually do the full transfer. It might have been that we didn't have room for it. So since we've spent those minerals, I'm going to go ahead and try this and see what happens. Let's, I'm just going to hit this button and cross my fingers the bug doesn't reoccur. Yep, there it is. Okay, well, we're going to keep going. We don't have a choice. I mean, if I want the series to keep going, then we've just got to roll with it. But that's the bug, unfortunately. I was really nervous that would happen again. Nothing left to observe now. So a massive war was recently triggered between several of the largest nation-states on Naf Avam. While our researchers were observing safely from orbit, the conflict rapidly escalated into a global nuclear exchange. The planet's entire population appears to have perished in the nuclear fire, and the environment has taken significant damage. There's nothing left to observe now. So this needs to be terraformed. So yeah, we just lost that influence and didn't get any new resources at all. It sucks, I know. All right, let's go ahead and terraform that into a continental world. And it might just be that we have an older save, because I haven't seen much about the bug. I mean, I told Martin about it. I didn't report it, so he might not have. I didn't actually go to the proper channels. I didn't have time at the time, frankly, to like post the save and do all that stuff. I was really slammed with stuff when this series ended last time, and when that bug appeared. But I don't know that it might. I don't think it's related to the current patch. I think it's related to the fact that we've imported an old save. Alright, so some of our new battleships are already on the way. And thankfully we still have a decent mineral income, and I think our mineral income is going to continue to improve. So we'll just need to keep an eye on it to a certain extent. Hostile fleets present. Okay, we had an unbidden fleet arrive in Haban. Where are they going though? Are you guys still jumping?
Colonization in progress.
Tell you what, that's a pretty weak fleet. Let's arrange to meet them in Avalon. Where are you going, guys?
Under attack. Debris analyzed.
Alright, so they've arrived.
Science ship lost. Colonization in progress.
Alright, they might kill the fortress now. The construction ship's trying to get away, but damn. I guess I should have had Classis Missinensis here guarding that while it was being built. But they should get here pretty soon. Come on, guys. Don't take your sweet time.
Construction ship under attack. Construction ship lost.
Yeah, that one's lost too. Okay, well, that sucks. Looks like we got the minerals back from it, though, so that's not the worst thing. Okay, so some of our other ships are arriving. Let's see how this combat goes. This is with some of our newer configurations. We have engaged the Unbidden. Now, this combat might attract the attention of some of their buddies. Oh, wow. All of their smaller ships have already been obliterated. Wow. Holy crap. Holy crap. Mopping up. And this is... Who is this? Hang on. What? Look at these things. What class is this? These are Julius class battleships. Okay, so that fleet's been taken care of. We mopped the floor with them. And we have additional ships arriving. So what I'm going to do is have a fleet hang out around Avalon Ignis. It's a real shame that happened. But we're going to send you back here. We do still want to build that. So let's go ahead and put it here. All right, meanwhile, looks like we might have enough for another ship, so let's go ahead and keep them coming. Let's do another Invictus class, because that long-range artillery, I think, is going to really help us mop up with these remaining factions. And I do need to cut this episode in a second, but I am enjoying being back to this. And I also know that I spent the first 30 minutes, getting ready to do anything. This is the nature of a Paradox title to a certain extent, especially when you haven't played it for a bit. You want to make sure you don't make any dumb mistakes in the beginning. We still have some upgrades to do to this spaceport, don't we? let's not do that just yet. I just don't think it's necessary. That was good to see that combat went so well. That wasn't a particularly strong fleet of theirs. We need to get a fleet up to about 100k strength if we're going to be able to reliably take them on at all. But I think we're well on the way. Colony established. That's good to see. Let's take another look really quickly before I end this one at what else is going on here. Yep, there's some upgrades we can make. Oh, there's actually some new citizens that have arrived here. So if I do a mineral processing plant, yeah, let's go ahead and do that there, so that planet will put up more minerals in general. What about the rest of you? Anyone else need a job? Yeah, right now there's just this one. Tell you what, let's pay a visit to these guys real quickly and see if we can get another art piece. Nope, can't, because I guess we're still waiting for some of the others to be built. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and cut this one here. In the next episode, we are going to continue to build more battleships, hopefully have the income to do it. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to harvest resources, as you saw. I just think I'm going to push forward. I just think it's a result of the fact that we're importing a save. So it is kind of what it is. No. If you're going to have to leave to heal, then I want you to stay. But yeah, we're going to keep this fleet right here just to guard Avalon Ignis as we build that fortress. And then hopefully, what I'm kind of hoping will happen is that once we've got that built, and some other ships have arrived, I'm hoping that the Unbidden make a more concerted attempt at attacking Avalon Ignis and Avalon in general, just that system. I'm hoping they do, because that's kind of a border system for us with them, and it makes sense that they would try and hit it, since they've already hit it several times. So it'll be interesting to see kind of what they do. But it's really, really good to be back playing Roma Galactica. I know you guys are excited as well, so I'm looking forward to the comments and just the return of the series and the game to the channel for the next little while. And of course, Stellaris has been really successful with this series and in the past, so I'm going to continue to bring in Stellaris content in the future. So thanks for watching. Comments are always welcome. New episodes of this, as usual, are going to be coming out every day at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and comments, again, are always... I don't know how I messed up my outro there, but yeah, comments are welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.